Performance Consulting here. Welcome to part 2 of our little mini-series about strength exercises. Hope you enjoyed the first part about lower body strength. Today's one's going to be all about our upper body strength. So we're going to go through two basic exercises. We're going to go through the push-up. We're also going to go through a simple single arm row. These are going to really help develop our shoulder, through our back, also our chest as well. So our major muscles up top. We are going to get a bit through our arms, but the focus is on those key joints. So the focus is on that shoulder and those big muscles running down your back called your latissimus dorsi. They're going to be really important, particularly for our swimmers and our rowers. So when we're thinking about swimming and rowing, really high use of upper body, really big motions. We're also pulling against quite heavy resistance. So it's going to be really important for you guys. For our cyclists, our runners, our triathletes, we're thinking more bike and run. It's also going to be really important just for general stabilisation, general shoulder and back health. We often quite find that a lot of athletes, because they are working during the day as well, sitting at a desk a lot, quite rounded through the shoulders. So particularly the row is really going to help bring those shoulders back, just give us a bit better posture, open up that chest, get us nice and strong through there. It's going to help with things like breathing, it's going to help with posture, it's going to help with staying nice and relaxed on the bike and during the run. So it's going to help all of our endurance athletes. It's not the major focus of our program, so our upper body strength isn't as critical as, say, our lower body and our core strength, but it's really good supplemental stuff. I know a lot of you guys out there as well love to go on Instagram, the social media platforms. Everyone likes to look good as well while they're racing, so this is probably a bit more about that gun show, but it's definitely still an effective part. It can also just kick along that strength program as well. I like to use a lot in my program something called a superset, where we maximise the amount of time we spent working, but we alternate what body groups we're using. So say we might do one set of squats, we'll superset that without taking a rest between sets. We'll go straight into an upper body exercise, maximise that workout time so we can get the biggest effect from the minimum amount of time we take out of our day. So we can use that upper body exercise as our sort of recovery period. So we're hitting two things at once. So we're actually working a lot more of the body during that session. So I've got the little overhead camera set up just above us so I can check out as well. So I'll chuck that up during today's video, but hopefully you enjoy. As always, just keep the comments below. We'll get back to you as quick as you can. But first of all, let's start off with a basic push-up. So all we're looking at a push-up is making sure everything's moving in the same time. A common mistake I find, I'll jump down to push-up position. Common mistake is when you're at the bottom part of the push-up, going down's okay. So from here right down to the bottom is usually fine for most people. It's the coming back up that people find the hardest. So what we see a lot is sort of this action where either the chest and arms come first and then the hips, or we see hips and then arms. So the body's moving in two motions. We want to eliminate that. We want the body moving as a whole. So this is where a bit of our core will come in. We'll go a bit more about core in our next video, but essentially we want everything to come up as one. So starting up in a nice relaxed position here, and I'll put it on the overhead. You'll see that my hands are directly under my shoulders. So I'm coming straight down over my hands. My shoulders are over my hands and pushing straight back up. You'll notice from the side as well that my body stays relatively straight. Like I just talked about, everything needs to move in one motion. So we come down in one motion and we push up in one motion. Push-ups are relatively straightforward, but there's a few little things that we do get wrong. So making sure we're coming up in one motion, going down in one motion. It's all happening at the same time. Everything in our body needs to be locked in. We move at once. Second one, get those hands right under the shoulders. It's going to give us a nice platform. We're also not going to put too much stress on that shoulder. So I'll just show you. We can modify a push-up by coming a bit wider, a bit narrower, wherever you like. Usually just straight under the shoulders though, it's going to give us a big drive down, big drive up. It's going to really maximise how much we can push through our shoulder, but also it's going to take the tension off. If we come out too wide, if I come out here, I put a lot of stress on the inside of my shoulder. It's actually quite difficult to get all the way down where I need to be. Two main things, come up at once, go down at once, so everything's moving at one time, hands directly under the shoulders. Now our second exercise today is our single arm row. For this you will need some sort of resistance. You can do it by using a resistance band, something like a dumbbell, a kettlebell. If you're a student at home, use something like a textbook. Heavy textbooks at uni, I know I've got them. They're perfect for this type of thing. Just anything you can really grip on and really pull back in a nice smooth motion that's not too big and bulky, but it will do the job. You can find anything lying around the house. Don't need fancy gym equipment. Make the most of what you've got. So for our row, all we need to do is just get into a nice kneeling position here. We're going to start with our hands under our shoulders like our push-up position. So this position is going to be called our quadruped position. So we're on all fours. So two knees directly under the hips, hands directly under the shoulders. From here, you're going to take whichever item you've got and place it directly opposite your other hand. So I'll go to the overhead again. So my hand is here. I've got the dumbbell directly under my other shoulder. You're going to place your hand on top as if you were doing a push-up, say, holding onto the item. From here, we're going to row our arms directly back to our chest and then back down. Up and down. So what we're really trying to work on is we're really trying to activate through the back of our shoulder, really squeeze that shoulder blade when we get to the back. That's really going to pull in tight. It's going to be a bit more injury prevention focused for, say, our rowers and our swimmers. Just work that rotator cuff, something that we see a lot that gets injured, particularly in other sports, say like our throwing sports, gets injured a lot, but it can also be a point of trouble for our endurance sport athletes. But really activate that shoulder. It's going to align our chest, pull our chest out and get our shoulders back. So it's going to open that posture, just open us up a bit. But also it's going to really be handy to really squeeze through that shoulder blade, activate more of our back instead of just trying to use our front. So I'll show you again. We're here. From the overhead camera, you should be able to see it as well. We pull straight up and back down, really squeezing that shoulder blade, pull up, back down. Now the key to this one, a key take-home point, pull nice and straight. As soon as we start pulling away from our body, we start really compensating other areas. Like I've said in all the exercises so far, make sure that technique is perfect, come straight back. It almost mimics that nice running style that we have. So if you have a look at a sprinter, they've got a really perfect running style. It's almost exactly the same as a row. Really mimicking that arm drive back. So it's going to be applicable for you runners as well out there. As always, any questions, leave them in the comments below. Anything at all about upper body strength or lower body strength, chuck them down there. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Next video is going to be all about core strength, so we'll go through a couple of exercises there. We've got mobility and activation to round out the series. So hope you enjoyed the first two videos, and we'll see you in the next one.